the three of us here tonight. I'm Oscar Salabert. This is
Martijn Aslander.
And
Sanne Roemen.
And we are here tonight to speak about...
Because of the way our society, economics and industry are evolved all the time, we're now at a step in mankind where access will become more valuable than just possession. And we're transferring large amounts of money in order to possess things and to keep things for ourselves. So we're investing a lot of money in materializing things and making more money to buy more stuff we don't actually need. I mean, the market for self-storage in America is so huge that the total amount of money that American people spend to store stuff that they don't actually need all the time is more altogether than the total income of the 40 poorest countries in the world altogether.
You're saying that the self-storage costs in this country, in the United States, of people storing basically their junk that they feel they're going to use sometime.
Maybe,
but they're not using now.
Yeah.
So they're just locking up those resources that could be in circulation. That the cost of that is actually more than the entire annual budget
of the 40 poorest countries in the world altogether.
That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Besides the fact that those resources are now out of circulation, that are locked up, that could be utilized by people.
Well, there's another funny thing with money, because if you hold money, it will grow. So if you want to have interest on your money, you have to not spend it. That's very funny, because if you give money away, it's lost. You can't get interest on your money. So you put it on the bank and then it will start to grow. Well, by social capital and information capital, if you will share it, you will get more of it. So there it works the other way around. It's by spending your social capital, sharing your network, and by sharing your knowledge, your information capital, it will grow itself. Because if you share your contact with people, people will start to share, because of the trust, their network with you as well. If you share your information, you get information back, so you get more information.
It's that quote that a Dutch friend of ours dug up somewhere. I don't know who said it originally, so maybe I misquote. If I have $1 and you have $1, I give you mine, you give me yours, we both end up with $1.
The same.
If I have an idea and you have an idea, I give you mine, you give me yours, we both have 2 ideas. Hey. And if we do that in our networks,
then it
will be exponential growth and it is unstoppable.
That's beautiful.
So now
that's beautiful. I like that.
Yeah. So we're really going to an age where access to a lot of things is more important than possession.
Could you both give some examples of concrete examples of things that you've done utilizing these principles, things that you've accomplished in the world?
We met this great guy. He was writing a book and he wanted to sell this book. So he heard about Sanne and I, and we did some. We helped him with the marketing. So we came up with the idea by giving the book away for free.
Oh, really? And what did you think of that?
He freaked out. He said, "No, I want to sell my book. It's worth a lot."
Because he was afraid that nothing would come back if you gave it away for free.
And then
which I think most of us would have that feeling.
Yeah.
Most would have that fear. I've worked very hard on this book. It's taken me a couple of years of my life, and you want me to give it away for nothing?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Yeah, we said okay.
We
and then we said okay, but what do you want to do? You want to make money by selling maybe 2,000 books? Or you want to reach an audience of 1 million readers? If you had to choose as an offer by living on this planet, creating this great book, if you had to choose between making money, let's say $20,000 by selling a book, or by reaching an audience of 1 million people who are very enthusiastic about your book, but got it for free, what would you choose? Well, maybe you could tell something about what happened afterwards.
Well, he wanted to reach the 1 million people because he also gives workshops and lectures, and of workshops
so this is something that can then come back to him a much greater magnitude than just selling 2,000 books at $10 a pop for 20,000.
You don't make any money off books anymore, so you better make money of your own. So your book is your marketing instrument. And if people get to download the book for free and to know it and play with it, they might want to buy the real thing, because the real thing was really worthwhile. It was good print.
So actually owning the hardcover book.
Yeah, it was really a very nice book.
Yes.
So are you saying that people that got the book for free on this PDF then went out and bought the book?
Yes, and not just one, they bought maybe one extra to give away to a
As a
friend.
gift.
Or
and
60 extra
and a
as a
gift.
relationship.
Or a big box for all your co-workers.
And this was really the case. It's actually turned out that this person is selling.
Well, he was break even within 2 weeks, and the publisher told us that that never had happened before.
Really, in any book that they had published,
Yeah.
it never broke even in 2 weeks?
No.
That's historic.
And
That is a historic
but
thing.
there's another aspect because of the because it costs nothing to create an extra PDF or to make a copy of it because it's a digital file.
This is a good point, and this is again going back to the aspect that you're talking about of resources.
What's happening now? So if you can give something away for free and it doesn't cost you anything, why not do it? Because now enthusiastic people, fans of the book, can easily copy it and send it to all their friends because it's free for them.
And now-
then there's this virus that is spreading now. And then we saw an example of a guy who sends a newsletter to all his business partners every year, which are about 1,000 people. And then he added the book in digital version in his New Year's letter that he emailed to
all these
corporate.
people.
So now the book was spread, boom, to 1,000 people.
Yes.
And they
Instantly.
Instantly. They started to respond. Great book. I want to buy that for my personnel. A great book. I will give that away. I'm going to buy it immediately.
Amazing. And then
the author
Yes.
got the feedback as well from all those enthusiastic people. How many authors do get a chance to get all this great feedback from all the readers?
right, and because they had a link through the PDF,
Yep.
they could contact with him easy. Right. And also, wasn't there one more, Sona? Wasn't there one more little
more
element to
thing.
the story? Would you like to share with us what that
Well, the
was?
publisher was so happy with the concept that he wanted us to write a book about the power of free and the way this new marketing works and the sharing.
So now you're
and
both in the
thinking
process of completing this book.
in San Francisco.
Yes.
And you're in it.
Oh, really?
And you're in
Wonderful. But that's just amazing. There's a prime example of you two going and helping
Well,
this person for free, right? Because from the beginning you didn't ask for
Okay.
anything in return
Well, there's-
from the author of this book, correct?
Yeah.
And what it led to was an indirect thing that wound up being much greater than anything that you could have asked the author for in return. The
Yeah.
ability to write this book, which is going to bring back so many resources to both of you.
Even better, I would never have come up with the idea of what can I do back for you? Oh, let me write a book. I would never have come up with that. It was the publisher's idea. So if you let people decide for themselves what they can give you, what's easy for them to give you, they come up with stuff that you could never have wished for.
and the funny thing is, he asked us, okay, how do we gonna do it with this book? And we said, okay, we want to go to Macworld where the iPhone will be introduced. We want to be there. So I make a deal. We write this. You pay the trip, and we write this book. And when we come back, the book is ready, and you can sell it. And we don't want any money of it. So you can keep all the money that you make with the book. We don't want it.
That's wonderful. So you got this whole trip that you've taken
Yeah.
paid for.
Yeah.
That's just amazing. It's just amazing. It just goes on and on, doesn't it? It's an infinite cycle.
Yeah, it is.
It's a beautiful thing.